There it is.
Beep, beep, beep.
All right, there's a TJ Gockley on here already.
Yeah.
That guy's scary.
He was excited to watch us.
Sean Good's also on there.
Mm-hmm.
He was even excited.
Whoa. Are you excited?
I know Russ and John Bath is supposed to be on.
John's always on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He's
John,
never-
he is always on.
He was excited to watch us. All right.
Hey, it's a skunk with a boss.
Skunk Boss! Howdy doody!
Howdy doody doody.
Howdy doody,
Hey.
that was Skunky the Boss.
Hey, you left a message. Just come to the front door. You heard us. Kyle found you.
What?
All right. Nothing.
Say what?
Private joke. Inside joke. You can't know.
That I found him. I heard most of it. I could put two and two together. I'm not Brandon.
What?
Brandon
What?
can put one and nothing else together.
See
How
that
much
last
is that?
comment we just had
Yeah,
there?
exactly.
See the last comment we had there? Read that one.
Oh, wait.
From the Tan Man. Holy crap, Eric.
I see a late start. Look at
No,
what
not
we
that
have
one.
here.
Yeah, couple of haters. You and I see out there. Couple second place drivers. Barney Tan. Poor Barney.
We're boring.
I only left him once.
Only once?
Only once.
Did you feel bad for him?
No, I got enough wrecks when I got left once. The only reason I ran
Barney.
is so I could beat Barney. That was my goal. That's the only reason I ran Mini.
Okay.
Well, there they be. Yo, Skunk Boss changed his profile picture. Look,
That
see
he
that?
did.
Whoa.
That he did.
There's a whole lot of green in these profile pictures. Dirt Oval RC. Pretty car for a pretty fella. Somebody called you pretty.
They need glasses.
They must.
They're drunk. They were drunk one or two.
Who's that Preston Self finger?
And evening, boys, and Brandon.
Hey.
I guess this is just gonna be the Pickle and Brandon show. I do like
That
these.
never is.
I do like these cars. They are my colors. Brandon has your color in it too.
It does.
Purples.
Purples,
It
yeah.
looks too much like mine. I gotta change my body now. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks just like. I think you just called your cars ugly. Huh?
As long as they're fast, I don't care.
Exactly. It was a wreck from some guy. I don't think I wrecked Barney at all. I don't think. I don't remember.
Might have.
I might have.
If he didn't, he was, gonna wreck you anyway.
Oh well, beep beep. I'm here to compete. So, who are we? Who are you? Who are you?
I think we should start with the honored guest.
Oh, Brandon.
Hi.
Today we have Brandon. What's your last name?
Wow. How do you
was
spell
weird.
that? How do you spell that? How do you spell?
Next time, remind me before he does that to stick my finger up my butt. Because I want to see the look on his face when he gets that
Over
taste.
here.
I'm not over here. This
Jesus.
So, this is Bloodline
It's not like I
RC.
licked it or anything.
Chalk and Shop with Laudan. See, I got his name right.
Laudan.
He's the second famous Siegfried.
Yeah.
Second famous.
And the second famous Laudan, too.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a more famous one.
Oh,
He won the first ever race at Grandview.
nice.
Yeah.
Then we got Brendan Graular. We got Aaron Rashong. And me.
Who are you?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It changes every
Highly-
week. You never know.
Random dude that just showed up at the door and said, "Hey,
I heard you
Let
got a
me-
show.
Heard you need a host.
I heard you do some stuff on the internet.
In your basement? I'm ready.
$20 is $20. Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
a couch? I need rent money."
There was a couch.
And then he found out, nope, this isn't the show I wanted.
They're like, RC. Never heard of that before, but I'm down. At least he kept the wheels on for you. Oh, Sean, did he not keep the wheels on for you? That's some freaking shit right there. So, boys, there was actually racing this week. You know that?
Was there?
Yeah, I know. You don't do that no more. You're like Brandon's schedule right now.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't know what he does with himself all day.
40 Shades of RC.
No, it's 30 Shades, isn't it?
What?
30
It's
Shades?
50 Shades.
50 Shades, all right. See how much I read it? Never.
You just watched the movie. You sick
I didn't
pervert.
even watch the movie. Listen, why would you go with that when you have a better alternative? And you only have to watch 5 minutes, not an hour and a half.
I don't.
I mean, you just get to the point.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went
agree?
there.
You
I'm
agree.
confused, my guy. All right, Brandon.
Should went sideways already.
Oh, it's never straight. I'll tell you what. It's always got a curve to it.
What is it, curved to the right or the left?
Well, it
I mean,
depends.
we're oval racers, so it must be to the left.
Well, aren't you a road racer, so it could go to the right?
Yeah,
Is yours,
yeah. Left
what, is
one
yours
Goes
both?
either way.
Does yours you have like a cut in the middle and it goes both?
It's an S curve.
I got the S's.
Ow. Ow, that sounds painful. You know who's not on yet? Stout. He's
Yeah.
usually giving us crap by now.
Probably hiding.
I don't blame him.
I think he did say he couldn't make it this week.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, we should really schedule our show around Brian Stout's schedule.
exactly.
Mhm.
All right. Do you want to do their results from Pheasant Land?
Sure.
The land of pheasants.
Pheasants of the land.
Pheasants of the land.
That would have sounded better. That's what he should have named it. The Pheasants of the Land.
It puts the RC car on the track, or it gets the hose again.
I like that. It would probably get us a lot more racers, a lot more interest. That's this
Yeah.
Pheasants of the land.
Are we doing Tuesday? Was that actual practice race?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we get
Okay.
Hannibal Lecter to announce? Could you do that? Could you do that impression?
Who's,
Or would you rather do Buffalo Bill?
who?
It puts the lotion on his skin, or it gets
He's
the hose
ne-
again? Come on.
He only knows the movie by clips that he's heard from
Oh,
other people.
man.
He's never actually seen the
I've
movie.
only got the movie from TikTok. All right.
It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
It
Never
really
seen
is a good movie. I mean, you're kind of lacking some kind of culture by not
Yeah.
seeing it.
Oh well. Sorry about your luck.
Anyway, Pheasantland Tuesday night practice race. 12T crate late. Coozer won because he was the only one that signed up, so they didn't.
Yeah, Coozer! Killed him.
We don't count those, Brandon.
I know. I just wanted to see Kyle's reaction. It was great.
All right, fair
12
enough.
T.
I'll let you with that one.
12T sportsman.
We're
We
not talking
got
about
Jordan Schweitzer.
Yes.
that.
coming in
First
with the
career win.
Yeah.
Got more on him for Friday. That was
Oh, don't
pretty good.
spoil
That
it.
was- I'm
God.
just leaving him
Talk
hang.
more
That was
about him
good.
later.
That was good.
Got more wins.
Case
than
and Becker
Brandon
coming
does.
in second. Rick Burns coming in third.
Good job for Rick.
Yes. Did 13.5 run? There was
Yeah.
two of them.
Yeah, I ran.
13-5.
Sprint.
Yeah.
Oh.
They ran with the Savages.
Okay, well, Preston Selfinger and Brian Stout. We'll jump over to Savage, which was Kevin Coozer, Alex Moyer, and Shaky Shake.
You know who wouldn't have won that race if they were there? You,
This guy.
because you're a wild man.
Yeah. Oh,
You
well,
would've-
again, I might have. I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
you suck.
Who the hell knows?
No.
That car's hit or miss. Big block.
Yeah, hit or miss. Either hits the wall or he doesn't.
Yeah. Big block was Mark Klaus, Aaron, and Kevin Coozer.
You know, Klaus cheated.
A small block in.
He was gonna get a protest there. One of the drivers was gonna protest him because he had a small block, so it wasn't fair.
What, he had a 12T in it?
He had a BLT.
Oh.
There was not a motor truck on Tuesday.
I think I know who that protester might have been.
Wasn't me.
It was a K name.
Yes, it was a K name.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't Kyle
It
either.
was a Kyle. Because Kyle didn't even run.
What's his-
Freaking
do you think
Case
is-
and Kerr.
What do you think his middle initial is?
What?
Do you think his middle initial is like, Kevin?
No, it's King.
King.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
All
King
right.
Kevin Coozer.
So it is, 3Ks.
BL2 was Pete Ludwig. Hey, Pete's coming out. Nice.
Did you spring
Brian
Miracle Crow
Stout
over the cards?
and the King Coozer. Intermediate, Little King Coozer, Kenzie, and Jonathan Bullich,
Bullock.
new guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's just bullocks.
And Caleb Wade, another new guy.
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean,
Nice.
to you, just about every single one of them is here because you haven't been there.
Do you know who Laudan is?
No idea.
I don't know if you probably never raced him.
No.
I don't think I ever raced you either. I've been with you, but I never really raced you.
No, I don't
Okay,
think we've
there.
raced them the same
We go
day.
by
You
me
used,
sooner or
you used to be up there on Sundays. So
Rookie
Here
mode
goes
boss
Thursday.
was Liam Busser and Wyatt Lessig. And I already did Savage. So that was it for Tuesday.
way to go, man.
I'm so proud of you.
I think.
You got to do the factory. Your punishment is you do all the results.
Oh.
No, we don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, I gotta look stuff up then.
I'll do the factory.
Kyle got the factory.
Give me 14 seconds.
Nobody said anything.
Yeah, they did. Did you sprinkle Miracle Grow over the course?
Okay, there we go. That was a while ago,
Not season closer. That is not paid. Oh, on Roar Racing.
I think it's been over 14 seconds.
You don't know how to count.
though. Did you say that?
Yeah.
While you were yawning?
Factory RC Raceway Dirt. Found it. Don't worry, I got it.
It's been like 14 seconds.
Factory RC Summer on a Wednesday. 13.5 Mud Boss Brian Hughes. Jeff Skibinski and Jeff Foster. 410 Open Sprint Jason Hausman. We know him. Chad Billett. We know him.
Who?
Justin Albright. We know him. 4-wheel drive rally car. Brian Hughes. Roy DeNike. And Justin Albright. Hold on. I gotta bring this up.
Do they run backwards?
So, this is what I want to bring up.
Okay.
So, they run the first... Okay, they did seating up there first. It's a flip a coin. On which way they go.
Okay.
Okay? Second round, the fastest seater decides which way they go. And then top qualifier chooses which way they go. For the mains.
So you could really screw somebody up.
This is the brainchild of Roy DeNike. That's why. I'm in for it. I was like, I kind of want to do that with Minnie. I think that would have been great. I would have ran backwards. I don't give a damn. I can wreck Barney front or back or reverse. It don't matter. All right. Midget, Chris Spittle, Brandon Ort, and Jeff Mumpert. Mud Boss, Chris Spittle, Jeff Kosminski, and Jason Hausman.
Hey, guess who's on tonight?
Who?
Lance Baddorf.
I guess so. You know what? Yeah,
I know why. I know why. He just wants to hear his name.
I'm not saying it. Shh. I'd DQ him.
Mm-hmm.
Open late model, Kurt Kaminsky, Tyler Dyke, and Hunter Mackison. And that's your factory RC results.
Nice.
All right, you got Friday.
Friday, back to Pheasant Land. We got 12T Sportsman, Jordan Schweitzer. Again.
2 for 2.
Wow.
Who would have thought Jordan would be the surprise of the year?
Right?
He's got more wins than Brandon does this year.
He does.
Yeah.
Jason Durr coming in second,
Who?
and Dave Schultz coming in third. 13.5 Sprint, Preston Selfinger, AJ Zeltner, and Mike Culp. Big block was Matt Groover, Phil Oswald, and A.A. Ron.
Wait, you got third?
Yeah, I broke.
Oh.
There were only 3 of us.
Yeah.
I broke at like lap 10, 12.
Yeah, that was
Lance says he's got time today. That's why. Game was done early. He got probably mercy ruled. That's why.
BL2 was Matt Groover, A.A. Ron, and Wyatt Yan. Wyatt's car.
Well, it's very good.
That
He is very little, but very good.
That, wasn't he just running rookie? Wow, I didn't get last.
Novice.
Wow,
He's
did
running novice
you
list.
just realize you got last?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Somehow. No, my gear broke.
How'd you do that?
Your helmet? Your helmet broke? Did anybody run Saturday? Yeah, Leicester's.
Leicester's,
Mini
They had that spec tires.
let me see.
Spurs.
I think
Yeah.
Park Lane ran Sunday.
Mini Mud Boss was Ray Horning, Mike Culp, Brian Beaver. Rookie Mud Boss was Caleb Wade and Zoe Watches. Did they run that?
They did.
Oh, okay.
You were
wasn't-
there?
Yeah, I was there, but I wasn't up at the track.
He's never
I didn't see
really-
that.
Remember my dad showed up 15 minutes before we were start racing and said to me, "Do you have an extra controller?" That's not how this works.
That's probably when I was fixing my damn car.
For a third time.
And I'm like, well, is there even a gear rule? What's the rules? They let her go. So.
Savage Sprint was
That
Matt.
car was so bad she didn't need gears.
She didn't need gears. We're going, we don't need gears.
Savage Sprint was Matt Groover, myself, and Phil Oswald.
Hey, let's talk about that. Matt finished with 50 laps. How many laps did you have?
42.
12.
42. So you finished second, 8 laps down.
And
How's
third,
that possible?
and third was 38 laps. Fourth was 38 laps, and fifth was 35
Well,
laps.
What was the fastest time Groover got around the track? What's his fastest lap?
Let me finish results and I'll
Okay.
check that out. SR10 was Mike Yon, Phil Oswald, Josh Hess. Wingless Sprint, or no, that was Midget. Midget was Preston Selfinger,
That was
Mike
actually
Culp,
me.
and AJ Zellner.
I
That was
took
you.
over for Preston.
So fast laps.
So I got my first midget win.
Nice.
But it doesn't count.
So you got a dog of under?
yeah. It was only 3 of us, so it's a practice race. So it's it's a Preston car too. I mean, Preston's cars are just easy to drive.
Dude, simmer down. I can freaking see his head swelling from here.
They're
Alright.
just. I know he's just on the other side of town, and now I can just see it. I thought it was a hot air balloon, but no.
Is that a
No.
solar eclipse again?
Why did it get so dark out?
All right, so Matt, his fast lap on a Savage was 4.220,
What was yours?
and mine was
4-8.
a 4.364.
So you really weren't far off.
So you need to lift more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
That's what I
that-
heard anyway.
That's what we tell them all the time.
Right.
You need to back off a little bit. No, I was feeling good.
So you gotta
But
find
wait.
the car.
You finished last. Yeah, but the car felt great.
I love that.
I didn't
That's,
get
that's
last, I
literally
got
what he
second.
said. He's like, he comes up there, car felt really good. Where'd you finish? I was last. Car felt great. What?
Those last couple laps, it was really
I mean,
good.
hey, I can say that for the BL2 because I only got second last because it broke. So
You did get up to third.
I was sitting there.
And
I was sitting there with you guys. I was battling with Wyatt.
We already had like a couple laps down.
14 laps down. All
I
right.
mean, it was one of those, like, within 5 laps, I'm like, we're already passing lap cars.
Yeah.
You guys just kept wrecking back there.
So,
I got
You
taken
need
out
to
a couple
stop
times.
wrecking.
Leicester's RC Racing had the...
Wait, we still have another Friday night.
What?
Mount Joy.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Well,
Joy.
it is a thing. So 8 scale e-buggy, Bob Walker Jr., Jason Mowery, Connor Hooper,
Preston, you won't.
17.5 buggy, Chris Klein, Bob Walker Jr., Jeff Heasley, 4-wheel drive buggy, Keith Simmon, Bill Huff, Cohen Kiley, Sportsman, Joy Walker, Scott Lenig, Jordan Cones. One of these days I'll get up there. I'll get my buggy ready.
Is that
One
your
of these days.
Friday night results there?
That is my Friday night results.
All right. So Leicester's on a Saturday. They had the Spring Sprinter Spectacular.
Spring Sprinter Spectacular.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just read a comment. 12T Mud Boss, Tyler Brown, Shane Miller, and Zach Emlett. 13.5 Mud Boss, Chris Bertotti, Iron Man Kurt Nicholas, and Tyler Brown.
Did you say Charlie Brown?
Yeah. Charlie Brown.
Did you say Charlie
No,
Brown?
Tyler Brown.
Okay. It didn't sound like Charlie Brown for a second.
Yeah, we got a guy from Colorado on.
Nice.
It's really early over there.
What?
He's like 2 hours behind us.
So, like,
It's like,
6 o'clock.
yeah, it's early.
You're
I was still eating dinner then.
360 Sprint,
Is he eating dinner?
Terrence Leister, Joe Henley.
I mean, he might be eating Spam.
What?
Let us know, Spam, if you're eating Spam.
What?
Spamerai.
Oh.
And Joshua Mering was third. 410 Sprint, Paul Brower, Eric Belch, and Jesse Parks. Cameron Ford got fourth.
Lumpkins.
They had 19 cars for the sprint cars. That's kind of nice.
Wow.
BL2 Mud Boss, Shane Miller, Kurt Nicholas, and Alan Beeler. Midget Cowboy Risser, Jesse Parks, and David Flagler. Sounds like he runs a on-road car.
Spam Marai says, close. It's corned beef tonight.
Corned beef.
Oh, I like corned beef.
Mod
cabbage
late
too?
model. Eric Belch,
Corned beef and cabbage.
Ryan Farrell,
You don't know about that?
Never had
and
it.
Kane
Never had
Metcher.
cabbage?
They had SC mods up there for
I've had
doesn't change.
cabbage.
You've never had corned beef?
No,
So they just go on like some
How did
weird
you do that?
tangent.
Had
Yeah,
corned
they
beef.
run them quite often up there.
I never even had.
Oh, it's
I've
really
never had
good.
scrap
SC
either.
mod,
I don't
Paul
like scrap.
Brower,
You
Zach
like corned
Emlett,
beef.
and
You like
Joey
roast beef?
Fisher. And Mud Boss
Just
under
picture
15,
corned beef
Cooper
with,
Taylor,
saltier.
Caden Kratzer, and
It's
Hunter
really good.
Leitzel.
Really good.
And that is your
Let's try
Leicester
it sometime.
Spring
Really
Sprinter
good.
Spectacular. You got anything on a Saturday there, Aaron?
No. I have Sundays.
Oh, God.
Oh, you want me to do some Sundays?
Yeah, I'll finish out. I'll finish with First Capital.
All right. Well, we have Park Lane, we have Ultimate, and we have First Capital.
You better get to talking.
All right.
That's a
Well,
lot.
here we go. Park Lane, 21.5 Touring, Scooby Horton, Mo Denton, Enzo G. Front Wheel Drive, Tony Screws, Chris Gillick, Enzo G.
Does he actually screw?
I don't know. I'm sure he gets asked that question a lot. So, Tony, do you screw? Do you really screw?
Uh,
No, but I know.
Then he goes, no. And they go, well, I'm done with you. USGT, Scooby Horton, The Stig, Deshaun Dash, VTA, Deshaun Dash, Scott Shoemaker. I haven't heard that name
making an
forever.
appearance.
Alex S. Scott Shoemaker, if you're watching, we need more limiters over Pheasant Land, so start printing. We're out. Just to let you know. Ultimate RC Pit Stop, 13.5 Mud Boss, Justin Good, Brett Hollinger, Kevin Paulston.
Yeah, Justin Good with that win was kind of surprising, honestly, to me.
Why?
Because I haven't think he ran big block in a very long time.
13. He's good.
He is a good, yeah.
He is good. 13.5 Sprint, TJ Glockley.
Who?
Who?
Glockley.
Who?
TJ.
Who?
Never heard of him.
Steve Goodhart, Keith Fletcher. That's a pretty good win there over those two guys.
It is.
17.5 Sprint Car. You want me to say this name?
No.
I know he's waiting for it.
Do him last.
All right. Freight Late Model. Oh, I should do that one last too, because that's going to aggravate you once I say that name.
I know who won this one.
Intermediate 12T.
Just
Kevin Kreiser. Rick Nicholas. Just the right hour. Midget. Phil Marabella. Brett Hollinger. John Pauly. Mini Mud Boss. John Pauly. Matt Kirkpatrick. Glenn Killian. Novice. Paul Kearns. Bryson Lard. Sawyer Vannersdale.
That's Ozzy's kid. Ozzy's grandkid.
Oh, okay. That's Sawyer. All right. Savage Sprint Car, Matt Kirkpatrick, Justin Good, Glenn Killian. He had a good day that day with sprint cars. And Mud Boss. Good was good, doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Stock Mud Boss, John Pauly, Kerman Horning, Kerry Siegfried. Now, is there anything I forgot?
Wait, who was third?
Kerry Siegfried.
Never heard of him.
Have you heard of him?
Yeah, every now and then I do.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a pretty good guy.
Okay.
Yeah, his new car is awesome looking.
Yeah.
Bet it's
Yeah.
number 69.
I
Yep.
bet you it is. It's been that forever.
Is there anything I forgot from all that?
I don't
Nope.
think so.
Not at all.
Well, I think I did.
No.
So let's get this over and get Kyle talking. Freight Late Model.
F.
Let's start from the bottom.
You, Dave.
Third was TJ Glockley. Second was Rick Cox.
Wait, hold on.
First,
Hold on. Wait, no. Go back to that. Say third again.
TJ Glockley.
There's no
Gockley?
L before the O. It's Gockley.
Whatever.
Not Glockley.
It's fine.
That's what he shot him.
He loves it.
So he got third.
TJ
Poor
Glock.
TJ.
Yeah.
The Glock.
Yeah.
I'm calling it the Glock. The Glock.
I thought
third.
it was Glockley.
No, where do you see an L before
It just
the O?
makes
I
more
just looked
sense.
down and his name's there,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Which
you're
makes
right,
sense.
Kyle.
No, you're not right, Kyle. You're never right.
Oh,
Right? We're going to agree with this one finally.
Yeah.
Kyle's never right.
maybe.
TJ the Glock, Glockley, Rick Cox, and first was
Davies.
Some loser.
Scott Davies.
Oh.
Not Davies.
That guy.
17.5 sprint. Oh, we're going to start this one on just right. Third was Scott Davies. Second, Phil Marabella. He just gets so aggravated when I say that name. And first, drum roll, please.
Was this the loser?
Drum roll, please. From the pits of obscurity, from last to first, Lance Batdorf. He's not been doing too well lately.
There had to be a
yeah,
computer glitch.
yeah.
Had to
Yes,
be.
Yeah.
Was
That's
Garrett
it.
there?
No.
How did
No.
Lance win then? Garrett wasn't there to work on the car.
Paulie must have helped him.
Maybe. Maribel felt bad. He lifted. He hasn't commented yet. He's like, I can't believe he hasn't commented yet since we've done all this crap. Third overall seed, Lance with the win. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't believe it.
Yeah, rigged.
It's a W apostrophe N.
Wind. W.
All right, so
Wait, we're now abbreviating 3-letter words?
Apparently.
making it apostrophe, making it
I
harder.
mean, yeah, come on, that added that I was just taking too much time. Let's just put an apostrophe in there.
So
Contract that shit.
Sunday at First Capital, the
What happened to second capital and third capital?
we didn't get there yet. That's why it's
all right.
first. Yeah. So John gave me charge leads. Phil messed up a lot. That's why. There you go. There
There you go.
Lindsay's like, yeah, I know I was supposed to win, but I figured it out. But we became the Bloodhounds on Sunday, with the underdogs and the bloodline combined again. So
There's
and with
an
an
underdog sticker up there. You see that?
with a Zeltner and a Ghastly.
Pokemon.
Yeah. 13.5 midget. This is for $100. Chris Spill with the win.
What's he gonna do with all that money?
I don't know.
Probably buy another midget,
Probably.
or get a midget for an hour.
Orange that expensive, man? That's cool.
I mean, you know, for an hour's worth of their time. I mean, some of the things that he's probably gonna do to them. I mean,
I'm going to keep going.
He's got
Second.
he's not gonna pay for that humiliation.
Marty can reach those hard to clean places.
Without bending.
It never been
Second.
cleaned down there before, Marty. You better start scrubbing.
Second, Preston Selfanger. Third, Jason Gasly. Jason Gasly was a
If he
big.
keeps going, he's gonna evolve into a Gengar.
So we're gonna say this about Gasly's car. It was a bit of a street performer. With I got paid a lot of money because we all touched it before we went out for warm ups.
Okay.
We could not get this thing to run. It would, no matter what we did, it just went in reverse. We couldn't figure it out. Finally, I think the wires were screwed up. And,
Out of the motor.
yeah. The only one that didn't touch it was Will, and he's like, try this. And it worked.
Yeah.
13.5 Mud Boss. That's me. Brian Hughes was second, and Tyler Weaver was third.
Wait, you said 13.5 Mud Boss. That's me. You're a 13.5 Mud Boss.
Vroom.
So he's evolved from a vintage car. Now he's a 13.5 Mud Boss.
I know. He's trying to turn into a sprint car next.
360 13.5 sprint. Coben Zartman, Will Lappa in Pressdown's car, and Jack Foster.
Where's Preston?
Preston was pit bitch. 410 mod sprint. I would say it was a bit of a cluster, but race of the day. Preston Selfanger with a last lap, last corner pass over Dylan Zartman because Dylan got tangled in the lap car, and Preston just got it. That was a good race. If you guys go on our Facebook thing and go on the First Capital live feed, you might want to watch that race because that was really good.
And
And
Xylox is asking how much Barney charges for an hour.
oh, he knows how much he charges for an hour. He's got his services. I'll tell you what. Terry Hartwell
How many
was third.
packs of Girl Scout cookies?
So, 4-wheel drive rally. Shane Crab Apple.
Holtz apple?
Crab Apple.
How many apples are there?
It's Holtz Apple, but they call him Shane Crab Apple up there. Brian Hughes was second, and Todd Little was third.
He's never really that crabby.
Bandit late model, Tyler Weevil, Shane Crabapple, and Justin Bankert. Crate late model, Tim T, Steven Salter, and Gary Martin. Mini Mud Boss, that would be me. And Todd Little was second, Barney Tan in third. Mod late model, Todd Ravel. AJ Zeltner was second, and Preston Selfinger was third. 10 laps down.
You must have been off. You must have had a Brandon run.
By the way, I think we're having another guest tonight. Somebody's on his way. That's a self-fanger. Rookie,
We
Jack
talked too
T.
much about him. We said his name 3 times. He shows up like Bloody Mary.
Oh, we forgot First Capital on Friday. We gotta go back to that.
I didn't forget
No,
it.
you did it. Archer Zeller was second, and Riley Spindle was third. Novice, Axel Grove, Emily Zolder, and Eric Grove. And Mud Boss, Chris Spindle, Chad Eline, and Tim T. All right, I will go to Friday really quick. Friday Night Fun.
Oh, Sean brought it up. I guess he wants us to talk about him now.
I think he does. 13-5 midget on a Friday night at First Capital. Bryson Hartlob, Jake Hartlob, Tyler Weevil. 13-5 Mud Boss was actually 12th turn Mud Boss. Was Barney Tan and Cold Cut. 360, 13-5 sprint was Andy Zeller and Justin Bankert. 410 mod sprint, Bryson Hartlob, Tyler DeNike, and Terry Hartlob. 4-wheel drive rally, Tyler DeNike, Roy DeNike, and Shane Crabapple. Bandit late model, Tyler Weaver, Shane Crabapple, and Barney Tan. Mini Mud Boss, Sean Good, that's why I wanted to bring it up. Tyler Little was second, and Sean Walter was third. And mod late model was Matthew Berry and Tyler DeNike.
Matthew Perry. Didn't he
Perry.
die?
Yep.
Berry, yeah. And that was your results for the week. It's all it says Friday.
A lot of racing finally.
There was a lot of races this week.
About time.
So, I think we got to talk about him now.
Yeah, why is he here?
I don't know. He just showed up. I walked up the steps and he was there with cars.
I don't know. Does he have something to promote?
I don't know. He's like, no. No, I'm just here. I was kind of tired.
I just wanted to see what really happened behind the scenes here. And now I know.
Yeah, it's
I'm
scary.
not coming back.
So, yeah. So, you got something going on right now. Well,
Yeah,
starting to really come together right now.
Yeah, we decided to reopen a track that I had on 183. We're a little bit behind now because of the rain. We couldn't get no dirt. We could have got dirt, but it would have been all mud.
Was it new dirt?
Yes.
Was it race dirt?
Yes.
Told you it exists.
So me and Aaron have a thing going. I'm saying it's not new dirt because there's no such thing as new dirt.
Well, it's,
All-
new dirt. It's new dirt to me.
To you, yes, but everything's
That's
all
what's new dirt.
Aaron will give it a
Is
trust
it
to anyone.
clean or is it dirty?
It's very clean.
That's clean dirt.
Yeah. See, you're gonna learn lots of stuff tonight.
He never believes us. It's clean dirt. It's new.
Yeah.
And it's race dirt.
It's not new
right.
dirt.
You
It's
can't just use any
it's
dirt.
recycled dirt.
You got to use.
It's aged. It's aged finely.
Did you get that dirt from another racetrack?
No.
See, it's not recycled. Brand new
The
dirt.
dirt that was at the track originally is still there.
But
which
it's
is
old dirt now.
Yeah, it's all clay,
Yeah.
which was great for foam tire racing, not so good for what we want to do now.
So what do we want to do?
We're going to run all rubber tires.
All right. Now, what brought about bringing this track back?
Well, I just stopped in there one day to see what was going on, see what was there yet, and I posted a bunch of pictures on my Facebook page, and by the time I got home, I had like 30 minutes. Are you reopening the track? I was like, no, I've never even crossed my mind. And about 36 hours later, it crossed my mind. I was like, oh, what the hell? I went back up and seen what was all there, and yeah, let's give it a shot and see what happens.
All right.
So,
So when are you going to race? Is it going to be weekly? Is it just special
we're
events?
going to race Saturday afternoons mostly.
Okay.
I'm going to try to run, with this getting a late start this year, I'm going to try to run 2 times a month. I think there's a couple months where we're going to try to run 3.
Okay.
Because I don't have any lights or anything right now. And with everything else we got invested in trying to get reopened, getting everything done right, that's on the back burner. We got about 60 ton of dirt coming Thursday. It's finally dried. They could screen it, so be no rocking and everything. We're just gonna put that on top of what we already have.
Okay.
And
Now, when was this track open before? Because we never raced there.
no, this track was open 7 years ago.
Okay, so it's been a long time.
I had a track before this one. It was called Route 61, which is in Deer Lake, and then we ran there for quite a while. And then we had I had a friend there had this property with a big building on it, and our goal was to build a track outside, and we're going to build a nice indoor track. life events happened and just didn't work out. So now in a better spot now, and we're gonna get the outdoor track going and just concentrate on that right now and have some fun with it. It's going to be a while before it's up to the standards that I would prefer. Our goal right now is just to get open, get our feet under us, and try to make some money back. We know what we're putting out right now because we're definitely putting a lot of money out to get it going.
Now, what classes are you going to run?
Same thing as that guy's series over there.
If you stay right behind Aaron, then we on camera there.
So we're gonna basically run what they run in the series.
No, you can have a seat.
We're gonna run mod
I'll
sprint.
let my car owner in there.
We're gonna run mod sprint, mod late model, mod EDM. We are gonna run mini mud boss, 13.5 mud boss. The 13.5 mud boss and the mini mud boss will follow ultimate rules because a lot of them guys want to run both days, so it makes it easier for them. They don't have to switch anything around. And then we're going to run 12T and BL2 together this year, and then just hopefully eliminate 12T by the end of the year, and a U15 class.
Are you going to do any kind of gear rules or anything like that for them? Or are you just going to open gear?
We're probably going to go open gear for now.
Okay.
Like I said, it's going to be kind of, because we're getting such a late start.
Yeah.
We're just kind of get some baselines and see what shows up and who wants to race what and go
So
from
we're
there.
going to follow see what these things do head to head.
Just come out, have fun.
See what these cars do head to head then.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of guys that still have 12Ts and a lot of guys that have BL2s, and I don't want to have two classes with 4 cars in each. I'm not a fan of that.
And at this point here, it's like, we might as well just run them together and then eventually just phase them
We
out.
did on Sunday.
That's what I want to see. I want to see it get the classes get a little down a little bit more, so we have more cars, and so that when you win a race, it's worth winning, not just I beat 2 other guys or something like that.
Practice races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So try to get back to what it used to be back in the olden days. I shouldn't say olden days, but a few years back. We're probably going. I know we're going to go with a control tire for every class. Probably quasis, but I'm not positive yet. I don't see why we won't. There shouldn't be any issue with the dirt we're getting for them tires to work everywhere that I've tried them, and a couple other people tried them across the country. They seem to be holding up and they're working fine. Availability is not a problem, and I'd rather support a dirt oval company that's going to make tires, whether it be GFRP or Custom Works for that matter, because they're the guys that are going to support us. They're the guys that are going to pump money back into our hobby and sponsor events and stuff like that over, say an AKA or somebody like that. That's what we're leaning towards right now. The goal was to practice this Saturday, but obviously it rained every week since we decided to do this. So we are probably pushing everything back until Memorial Day weekend right now.
April's just a bad month to try and start racing because it's just the weather's just, you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
Look at today. It was like 35 degrees today in the morning, 70 in the afternoon.
Well, it's a typical Monday. It was
Cold
sunny.
yesterday, first capital.
Yeah, it was.
Yesterday it was freezing.
Yesterday we were trying to race and we're like, holy
Oh,
crap,
yeah, I stopped
Andrew
at
cold.
I stopped at Ultimate yesterday a little bit to give my dad a set of tires to try on his midget, and I was like, man, it's freaking cold
Yeah,
out
but
here.
at
I'm
least
going home.
Ultimate, you're in the open.
It was still cold.
We had sun.
We didn't have any.
You guys in the
Shade
sun. It
up
was really
there.
cold there, I'm sure.
And on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not looking to set the world on fire or change anything. We just want to, we're just going to run mod, like I said, mostly mod classes, and we'll also run the 360 sprint class. I think that's a good idea for guys that want to move up from the Traxxas based stuff and start getting into this more sophisticated cars, faster cars. And it's a good stepping stone, and hopefully, and they can get into the mod cars. I mean, most of the tracks in our area, you don't need anything more than a 10.5 in a mod anyway.
Staying in a Traxxas car, I saw you run Savage.
So, I mean, it's really not ballistically fast like it used to be with foam tire cars. Foam tire cars, the mod was a huge jump. So that's what we're planning.
All right.
So, when did you start racing is my question.
I started, I've been racing since I was little. I raced 8-show slot cars, went to 124 slot cars. Then in the 90s, I started racing RC cars. And about 94, 95, we got out of RC and we bought a Dirt Sportsman and raced at Susquehanna. Then we went to Big Diamond, ran there a couple of years. Then we bought a late model, and we raced Hagerstown, Silver Springs, Port Royal, Heston, Grandview, Sealands Grove, raced all over. with that, and then I had my oldest daughter wanted to race, so I got out of that, and we got a quarter midget, and she was racing quarter midgets, and I started back in RC, which would have been about probably 2012, 2014, in that area. And then once I got back in RC, started helping out with the PA Tour, which that was a huge tour. We did, each class had probably 30, 40 cars in a class, so
Wow.
it was tough just to even make the A mains. I was fortunate enough to win the championship in late model and finish second in sprint car in the same year. I raced at bumps and jumps quite a bit. I did tech at bumps and jumps. I did tech for the open wheel. I did tech for most of the freeze races. I did tech for the tour. So some people don't like me because I'm a dick sometimes, I guess.
It happens.
But also, no one will ever tell you that I didn't treat everyone the same.
We can't say Brandon's a dick.
So
I didn't say it.
I mean,
We can say he's a
I
dumbass.
always made sure, I treat everyone the same, whether you're my friend. Actually, if you're my friend, I probably text your car harder because I knew, that them people were going to be like, oh, he's going to give them special treatment, and it never happened. And that's the only way you can have any kind of good racing program, is have some kind of integrity and backbone that you're going to, be following the rules, and you don't have to be, a jerk about checking stuff. You just got to keep an eye on things and make sure everything's on the up and up.
So Ed wanted to know, how big is the track?
Yeah,
It is around 145.
No, it's 812, my guy.
I'll be getting up at 140. No. It's about 145. The old track that was there was 200 foot. It was ballistically fast, which was a huge mistake on my part. We thought it'd be cool, and it was cool for a couple weeks, but then it got very boring.
Sounds like my kind of track.
The bigger the track, the faster you go, but it's less racing, so to speak. So we brought the back stretch in, and we were going to make just a true oval, but there was a drain that we put in, and I totally forgot about. We started grading the track, and I was like, oh shit, the drain's here. So I wasn't digging the drain up. I wasn't bringing a backhoe in and digging all that up and redoing that. So we moved the backstretch out a little bit, so it has a little bit of a bow in the backstretch.
Oh,
So
that's
it's dog leg.
interesting.
Yeah, it'll definitely provide. You don't have to run like coming out of the corner. You can either hug the bottom and follow the rail down into turn 3 and then let the car swoop up, or could be a guy on the outside. It's going to run the outside and come into 3 real high and shoot off under you in 4. So it should give multiple grooves. It does have banking. The goal is to keep adding banking. Obviously, we're going to do what we can this year, and then over the winter, if things go well, we'll get some more dirt, and we'll just keep adding, banking. I don't want it to be super high banked, but we just want to add a little bit of banking to the outs, like from the midpoint. I'd say from like the 4 foot off the bottom up to provide a second groove of racing.
Oval, Mark, big and boring. I said that many times.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was great. We ran the limited nitro late models. I mean, it was ballistically fast. I mean,
But 10 years ago, everybody was running nitro.
yeah, and we ran both. We ran one nitro class, and then everything else was electric. Mod Sprint and foam tire 17.5 late model. I forget. I know Eric Belts posted a couple weeks ago when I took pictures of the track with the track record. I think we turned like 47 laps on a 200 foot track with a 17.5 and blinky. So it was hammered down.
Yeah. What was that noise?
My water. My eyes. I was like, what was that? Was the ice?
I thought maybe you were snotted up or something.
No, it was the ice.
So
Now, when you were teching, what's the best things that you caught?
You don't gotta name names.
I caught.
No,
Besides
no
Preston.
names, but we like to hear.
I only started 4 years ago. So.
Cracking battery. At that time, we had to run DODC packs. Everything was DODC. I actually was part of the DODC rules committee back in the day.
What?
Some guys would crack the packs and put different cells in,
Okay.
and you could check it by weight.
All right.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest thing.
Did it.
The most common thing was the sprint car wings. Everybody would always try to fudge the
The
front brace into 2 inches, or stuff like that. But it was pretty. Most of the guys, it wasn't really anything crazy.
And where
What did you catch John Bath doing?
Nothing.
Oh, he's that good. You can't catch him.
Some days.
He says EDM and sprint car was faster.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
John Bath. I haven't seen John in a while now.
He's jumping
Last
stuff on over the weekend.
I've
He
seen
got
that.
confused. He took a wrong turn.
Where was he at?
He was up at
LCRC.
LCRC doing
Oh,
off
okay.
road. I guess he got
Alright.
a nice go buggy.
Yeah. So,
What you got?
are you ready for all the
So you know
headaches
who
of
that is?
building a truck again?
Yeah, no. I mean,
Very twisted.
yeah, it's definitely a headache, but I don't know. I just enjoy.
RC racing.
I enjoy it.
Dirt
I enjoy it a
RC
lot.
racing.
I enjoy the people. I mean, 99.9% of the people are all decent people. You know, you
Then you got
Except for
Brandon.
us.
you just got to, you know, deal with the other 0.2%, whatever it is. But most of the guys, you know, they're just looking for a place to race and have a good time. We got a really cool restaurant and bar right down the street from the track, so the after race dinners will be off the charts, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, especially if you're done early on a Saturday night.
That's the goal. My goal is to hopefully get done at, you know, if anyone wants to go to Grandview, they can go to Grandview, you know, and we're not that far from, Susquehanna's probably like an hour and a half, so Port Royal's a little bit further.
So, for people that really don't know the area, what is like the nearest thing around your track? Cabela's?
Cabela's, we're about 15 minutes away from Cabela's.
Are you?
We'd be northwest.
Okay.
Pioneer Pole Buildings, right?
Yeah, we're right across the street from Pioneer Pole Building. If you go up 183 at Big Diamond,
Up over the mountain.
you pass before if you get Pioneer Pole Buildings, we're on the right. If you go that way to Big Diamond on 183.
Now, is there a lot of guys up there too that just they don't have a place to race right now?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's just there's a
So-
whole market up there that's just up.
It's
There's
guys that
no
were
no way for them to get down here.
right, and you know it's hard for them maybe to race on a Sunday, or
Yeah.
you know they got because you know people do family stuff on Sundays, church stuff like that. So we're just kind of throwing our whole. There's really nowhere in the eastern part that races on Saturdays.
Yeah.
The only place that races on Saturdays I know of in PA is Leicester's, and they're
RJ's.
and RJ's.
RJ's will be running, yeah.
and they're you know.
But RJ's is pretty far
Yeah,
off from me.
that's
anyway,
way
too,
farther.
So yeah.
Yeah, they're like 45, 50 minutes from us. RJ's is.
So, Ed Zolok says, I'm sure I'm in that 0.02%.
Nah.
And didn't you have an electric series back in the day?
Yes. We had a series. It was the IRS series, Independent Racer Series. We did all electric. At that time, the Nitro Tour was really big on nitro. It's kind of like when Lipo and brushless were coming out, and there was this void where a lot of guys didn't want to be bothered with nitro, and a lot of guys wanted to be with electric. So we did that for like a year or so, and then I got with Brock Hefner and went with him and Jeff Sisney and the PA Tour, and I shut mine down and went with them, and we had a really good time and some huge races. I mean, we would start, 8 o'clock in the morning, get done 1:30, 2 o'clock, but we'd have sometimes 200 people, and we just 2 rounds of qualifying and all the mains, and we just pushed it through. It was a lot of fun, a lot of work, but we met a lot of people. We had people from all over. The Salises came sometimes from Canada. We had people from out west come, down south. It was a huge thing because we had a race. I think one race a month, and it was a lot of fun. Maybe one day, hopefully, their series seems to be taking off really well. As long as I stay consistent with what they're doing, it'll keep growing.
We'll find out the next race. That'll be your second race. We'll see how that does.
Yeah, it'll be all right. I mean, you're gonna go through growing pains. I mean, you may
We'll lose people that only race at the factory.
exactly.
But we're going to gain people
You're
that
gonna
only
That
race
only
at
one
the
president.
ring.
Yeah.
So it's going to
Trade
have
off.
your,
Yeah, it'll. Right now, people are there's people that are gonna take the wait and see look, but as long as you stay consistent with your rules and treat everyone with respect and on the up and up, you won't have any problems. It'll continue to grow.
Ed says, anyone still have a limited late model nitro? I've never seen one.
I don't have one
I
anymore.
only started racing 4.5 years ago. So
Yeah, they were really. I mean, the open nitro late models were really fast, but the limiteds they were fast. And I think with the spec tire deal, it's just the way to go. I mean, every big race you go to has some kind of control tire. Every national touring full size has some kind of tire. I mean, just That's the biggest cost right now is rubber tire racing is the tires.
That's the only complaint we have for our series because we went with a spec tire, which I don't understand why.
You want one?
No, we have people that's the reason they complain about our series because
Yeah,
we
they
go
are.
with a spec tire, which
Ed Zylok says the Underdog series is awesome.
sweet. Ed, you're awesome though.
High pound car. So, talk about friends in racing.
Yes.
How long did you know Howard? Because, like,
When I closed my track, he had just opened the year before, so I really only know him, say 7-8 years. So
Okay.
when he was starting to open, I pointed him in a couple the right direction to get hooked up with some suppliers. We gave him some of the my PA system and stuff. I gave them guys to use. Helped them out with the Associated Midget they sell now. So yeah, I know them about 7-8 years.
okay.
Yep.
I know because you guys are like associated. Like, every time they think of
Well,
Howard, they
I try to. Well, he was a local track. My dad enjoys going there, and you never want to see any track fail or close. I mean, back in the day, we used to race every night of the week. Back in the mid '90s, we could race every night of the week at a different track. So it's not a problem having more tracks. More tracks in different locations bring in different people from different locations.
That's what I always say too. Every area has its own group, and there's still most of them just aren't going to go
Right.
travel. They're going to stay at their local track.
Right, and the only problem that comes into scheduling is the bigger events where you're trying not to step on anybody's toes. But as far as weekly racing, I think there's more than enough racers to go around.
Do you think there's still a lot out there?
Yeah,
Where do you think they all are? Just
some people just don't want to travel.
Yeah.
They want to go 15 minutes, 20 minutes from their house and race.
okay.
Look at Vezelin.
I think that is a lot of it.
You guys got a whole group of people over there. I don't even know who they are. I mean, and you guys.
we come up to it. There's probably out of the 40 drivers that we have there, like in and out, maybe 10 travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what
And
happens.
4 of them are right here.
Well,
Yeah.
3.
Oh yeah,
And,
right.
that's what sort of happens.
I didn't see you at the gathering.
I know of at least.
Whole brings up one race 10 years ago.
It was last year.
I know of at least 3 people right now that haven't raced in 30 years that are building cars.
Oh, yeah, that's
Nice.
Never mind.
So, that's good. That's what we need.
Nope.
Never mind.
And I know some people don't like, different tire deal and stuff. Some people want open tires. I mean, open tires, I guess, are okay to an extent. The problem comes in is if somebody has a tire that's discontinued, someone's sponsored by someone that has a tire that you can't get,
Yeah, it's kind of.
and now you're just going there to race, and you're not going to have a chance in hell because that guy has a tire that's 2/10 quicker.
That's why I'm like, I think the Banditos after this year should just be outlawed.
I don't even think you should be able to run them this year.
I agree, but like everyone brings up the argument, well, I bought all these sets and now I can't use them. Well, that's your own fault.
They've been out of stock for almost close to 2 years now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
They
think
shouldn't
after
be
this
legal.
year, you gotta almost be like, all right, we're done
Yeah.
because they're just too hard to get.
Yeah.
The reality of it is to get more people involved with these kind of cars, you're already spending $1,500. Bam. No matter how you look at it, it's $1,200 to $1,500 to go race one of these cars. Now you go tell someone they got to spend $500, $600, $700 on tires and wheels because.
This track is this. This
Right,
track
yeah.
is that. That
And
track's that.
in most places, people are right. The ellipses will work. And again, most places that's the tire to go to. The problem comes in, like I said, if somebody has something that you can't get, and you're out there and you're just racing. Nobody wants to race for second, getting beat by something they can't buy or can't have. I mean, I don't mind losing or getting my ass kicked any day of the week, but if I'm getting beat by someone who has tires that I can't get, or that sucks. I mean, it really sucks because you spend as much time and money on your cars as anybody else. So
That's the reason I ran 90% of the races last year at WNRC.
yeah,
Spec tire.
I mean, the World of Outlaws have a spec tire. Every track around here that I know of has a spec tire. Every big car race that I ever raced in had some sort of spec tire. Is it the perfect tire? Nope, but everybody's on it, so we're all going the same speed.
So I do like, now that I have my sprint car, that I just have one set of tires I
Right.
worry about. I don't gotta worry about anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I know they're coming out. Some people were bitching because they're coming out with a lower pin style tire. It's still 2 tires.
What did I have on my car?
You're
yesterday?
still better.
These.
You have a house shaved down with it.
Yeah, they're gone.
I shaved them down.
But
They're
you know,
still- they're still
exactly.
qualities.
You're still on the same tire.
Yeah.
You know, it's not crazy. And again, I hope it takes off. If it's not, well then it won't. But I think it will. I mean, there's going to be a lot of negativity right now. But I know when the Nitro cars were very popular, they all ran the Custom Works rubber tires. That was the only tire they were allowed to run, and they had all kind of cars and good car counts everywhere they went.
What do you think is that negativity from?
Some people are sponsored.
Stuck in their ways.
Some people are
The
just
10%
stuck
they
in
get
their
off of
ways.
a tire makes a big deal.
yeah.
So Ed Zolak said, biggest thing we as a hobby do wrong is that the tracks don't work together as we should. Sure, he can tell you PA Tour worked because all tracks involved closed for each event.
Yes, that was the biggest thing. I don't know what this new mentality is of not working together. It kind of stinks. We've never had that in the past.
It does seem like everybody's kind of at war with each other.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I mean,
And no track's better than the other. It's just every track has something that you
it
like about it.
it just seems like certain. And I don't know. It seems like people just want to beat their chest and say, "Look at me," and you know that's great. You know, whatever that makes you feel good, then that's fine. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna offer what I can offer. I'm a place to race. We're gonna strive to make it as nice as we can. Make it a good place for people to come. If somebody says they think it's the best track, well, that's on them. I'm not going to tell you it's the best track because it probably isn't the best track to me. I mean, I'm a terrible critic of my own work. So I'm going to tell you right now, my track to me will probably suck until maybe October this year. Then maybe it'll be okay.
So we go to his track in October.
Well, I hope not. I mean, we'll make it. But
I think we want to go there when it sucks, because then everybody else, won't be showing up, and we'll be all
well,
right.
my good friend Brian Price.
We'll break it in for everybody else. That's
Oh
good.
man,
you
you're
go.
calling Brian Price a friend.
Oh yeah, Brian Price. He's a good guy, and he's always like, man, the track's every time he comes. When I had the track before, man, the track's great. Track's great. I was like, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. But he's one of my biggest cheerleaders, and Russ Lebo always. I mean, actually, when I first thought about doing this, he was like one of the first persons I called. Like, Russ, what do you think about this idea? He goes, "You're crazy if you don't do it." I said, "Wait a minute, did I hear you right? It's crazy if I don't do it." He says, "Yeah." I said, "All right."
He's like, you're crazy still if you do it.
Well, I'm already crazy. We already know that.
He's the same guy that
You hit a few concrete walls and some concussions. It takes its toll.
he was the same guy when we talked about doing the series. Like, you're nuts if you don't do it.
Yeah. And like I said,
He's
the
just
biggest.
trying to encourage.
Like I said, I'm almost positive it's going to be Quasi's because I don't see any other tire that can be available constantly.
Yeah, ellipses, you couldn't get him last year.
Right, and again, I like to support. And again, I run GFRP cars right now, so it has nothing to do with they're making the tires. If Custom Works had a tire right now, that'd be the tire. I'd rather support a manufacturer that's in dirt oval that supports us than someone that is an off-road based company. Because at the end of the day, if we lose our dirt oval companies, then we don't have no place to get cars or parts. So
Because no matter what, I mean, there's always more off-road than there is oval.
absolutely.
So, I mean, it's real easy for one of those companies to close up and say, you know what, I'm tired of this.
Yep.
Not making really any money off it. Why do I keep doing this?
Right.
Ed says track will be great by next year. Always better after a freeze and a thawing. It's freezing right
Absolutely.
now.
I mean, the good
You had
thing
it done a
is
month ago. That's what he
the
said.
good thing is the clay that's been there has been freezing and thawing for 7 years. So we got, like I said, we got a really good base. We posted a bunch of pictures, and we're gonna get some more dirt here Thursday. It's coming, and we're just gonna hope for the best, and hopefully everybody comes and has a good time. And that's all we can ask.
Speaking of your buddy Brian Price, I think we're going to see him tomorrow.
We are going to see him
Yeah?
tomorrow because he asked if I was going to be there to run
Yeah.
live tomorrow night.
Yeah, nice. Good for him.
I haven't seen him since.
He stopped in the one night, the first Tuesday practice we were up there.
Yeah, and I think I was just running around with my head and
I
cut
don't
off.
know, you like normal.
Yeah.
I've not been to Pheasant Land to race yet. It's definitely, I'm definitely coming in a couple weeks because I'm gonna make all the series races. So I'm gonna get WNRC I've never been to and Pheasant Land.
Me too. That track is a ball.
So we're We're gonna get down to them
Ain't
places.
that track ain't nothing like up here in Pennsylvania.
All I know is I cannot wait for their race on a Saturday because I'm just going to complain the whole time.
What else to do?
I don't get to complain on Tuesday nights and Friday nights.
Well, you know what? Did I tell you what I told everybody on Friday night?
No.
I said, just so you know, I'm not as nice as the other announcer here.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
also
How
a
many
lot
times I-
quieter too. I mean, like,
Yeah.
what? Where's the running order? Hey, where's those wrecks?
Yeah.
Well, that
How do I
one,
see wrecks? You're like, nothing here, not hearing anything.
well, that one time when there was like wrecks everywhere, I just went.
You can't see anything in that.
Caution.
I went
Caution.
wrecks everywhere.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I've said
You
that a
can't
few
see
times
anything in that
No,
announce stand. I don't know how you do that. Like, I'm up there and I'm like, how do you
Dodging.
see?
You're
It's
like
just,
this.
everything's just so dark, and then the corner of the booth is right between.
And that's
one
what
and two.
screws me because you're looking this way,
Yeah,
and then the wreck's over here, and you got to go like
You're
this.
just not
and then by-
professionals.
Huh?
You're just not professionals like me.
That's what it is. There you go.
yeah.
We had a scoring booth
Damn
up there. I
lucky.
used that before, but it was limited in vision. So I'm moving the scoring right up to the driver's stand because it's a 53-foot tractor trailer.
That's what we have.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're
You got
inside.
enough room there. Just sit
Mm.
outside.
I'm curious to see how the big track's going to be with in the announcer stand.
I don't know. Well, I got the whole. I think it's gonna be hard to see a Carnival 4.
How big is the big track?
I walked it out, and I was between 155 and 160.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wheeled mine. It was like 144, 145. So it depends how you wheel it. But,
Yeah.
It's like it's based. I think it's like just all but the same size as Ultimate. Just
No, it's bigger.
I don't think it's that much bigger.
It is.
I don't think
Was an ultimate like 160, 165?
I think it's probably about another 5 feet, long, 5 to 10 feet longer.
So we have a good variety of tracks.
Yes.
Awesome.
You have your high bites. You just in PA alone, you have your high bites and RJs. You have your
Extreme high bite and stobs.
stops. You got your high banked ovals for bull rings at Pheasantland and First Capital. You got your flat, semi loose dirt, semi high bite at Ultimate. We got what's your service?
We're hoping for looser than higher bite. That's our goal.
So there's a little bit of everything.
Again, it's to be determined. I mean, we're gonna do. I mean, like I said, I know we're gonna make mistakes, but we're gonna do the best we can to figure out what the boat needs, what it wants, and also to make it that it isn't too hard to hook up on, but that it also isn't pull the trigger and turn the wheel.
This Dirt Oval RC says 183, same as Minorama, just more grip.
Yes.
And Zyla, so Kyle's line will be 180. We're on the wall.
You could definitely run the outside. Definitely be a lot longer.
That'd be fine.
Think
No,
it'll
that's more you.
I think you'll be able to run the outside of Pheasantland, the big track.
It looks like it.
If you have a big motor in there and you can carry that speed around there, I think you'll be able to run the outside.
Well, depending how you run the backstretch of my track, you'll be able to run the outside too at certain points. So, because if you run it straight, you'd be able to run it like a regular oval. If you follow the D,
I like that you have a dog leg.
Preston
That'll
follows
be
the D,
nice.
I'll tell you what.
yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
It's his
Last
fault.
time I help you at an RC track,
He says that all the time.
Yeah.
He'll be helping you.
Oh, wow.
give you a battery so you can race, put a motor and ESC in for you.
Yeah, he's like, you should run your sprint car. I'm like, I don't have a 13.5. Todd's like, I got one. I'm like, well, I ain't putting it in. Someone else is putting it in.
Oh.
Jesus. Well, at least I'll have to wire up his other one, so thank you for selling him one.
No, he just told me one.
I bought his Hobby Wing
You still don't
ESC
do
and
that
motor.
other one?
What's
You
that?
still haven't wired it up yet?
I've been busy.
Oh, jeez.
So,
I'll give
no,
it to you on the
yeah.
soldering iron. You can
we
do
had
it.
a circle
The $100 went around there.
very quickly. So he gave me $100 on a 17.5 motor that I had in my car that
And
I'm never gonna
an
run.
ESC.
Somehow
and
all the
ESC.
$100 fell up back to you again.
No, I went to Todd.
Todd got it.
So Todd's like, you have that motor and ESC that's mine in your car. I'll sell it to you for $100. I'm like, well, I don't want to just stock 13.5 for $100. It's been used. He goes, all right, 80.
With the pinion.
Yeah, with the 32 pinion. Okay.
That piggy's $20.
Yeah.
So
Sucker's
we
gold.
just switched around.
You gotta sit with you guys. You guys pass $100 bills around.
That's him, dude. I mean,
I
he
just
had
whipped it out. I'm like, here you go, $100 for this.
I'm never gonna run it. So here you go.
He's been embezzling money from the old lady.
Nah.
Yeah, my plan was to race all summer long, but obviously that changed now.
Yeah, I mean, now you're pretty much. Are you going to race anywhere else, or are you grounded?
No, I gotta run. Like I said, I'm gonna run the series, and I'm gonna hit some shows on Sundays, race with my dad, hang out with them, have a good time. Other than that, and then I'll race all winter probably at the factory.
I've been trying to get your dad to come down to Fairlane. He won't move.
I think he's thinking about coming to the series race. So.
Oh.
As long as you probably pick him up and take him, he'll come.
Well, even that's a tough deal sometimes. I think I just got to tell him I'm going to take him out to eat.
there you go.
We're leaving early.
Yeah,
Might want to bring an RC car just in case we see the track on the way.
There you go.
All you gotta do is walk him
Go
in the
for a road
trailer.
trip. Let's go.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
dad's
trailer.
impressive. I mean, he drives good.
Yeah, he's
You know,
been,
he doesn't give up. He's competitive.
yeah, he just turned 74.
Yeah.
So
Aaron,
Shows we can be
I'm
doing
glad
it
he has
forever.
something to
he's
keep
only
him
a couple
busy.
years younger than you.
I know.
Yeah, I'm glad he has something to keep him busy, and he has a lot of good friends over there. Howard and Deb take
Some
good care
bad
of him.
ones like me.
I don't know if anybody's
He's just
bad.
a bad influence on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
We all
great.
can be a bad influence at some point in time.
If-
I like Kyle.
If I go there and Carrie's not there, I might just leave. I'm just like,
Well, if he's not there, something's wrong.
I know.
So, Kyle,
Yeah.
how many cars did you hit yesterday that were in front of you all the time?
Yes.
I mean, were they stopped on the track or?
That's just everything.
Yes.
You can't count that high, can you?
Not in the BO2. The BO2 race.
He
was-
pulls that car up and he hits the wall right in front of me and he keeps. I guess he must be to pick the car up.
I'm
the
done.
track.
I got hit so many times, leading and then second and third, and then never getting up. I was like, I'm just done. I'm
He
done.
went like this on the
I'm
wall
just-
like 4 or 5 times. Like, I guess I should pick this car up.
Yeah, I'm like, just pick Preston. Somebody put me out of my misery and put this car on the shelf before it's like obliterated.
And then Will had the move of the day in the 410 feature. You almost called his car.
Oh yeah, Will was the first car to go out over at First Capital this year,
Wow.
and he went. And I played that in the video. And there's a little gap where he could have went out of, and he cleared it just right
I know.
out.
I just saw a car tumbling.
Oh, you had the race of the day though.
Me and Dylan had a good race.
Yeah, and then he got hit with the lap car.
Well, I got it 2 laps before that he got by me, and then I got back in front.
It was fun.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, having fun.
And then Preston cried the bed in late model.
No, that car, my controller battery died, so I shut down my car.
Right. Blame the
I still
controller
think I
battery.
had the comment of the day when Andy was calling Todd the king of the late model. Like, he can drive any late model that I said, yeah, besides a real one. And I look at freaking Preston just dying up there.
You know, when my car died, if Todd would have got his car near to me where I could have picked it up, I was going to pick it up and run into the woods with it so AJ won that race.
So did you ever give his TQ sticker?
No, I did not. I TQ'd.
You did not TQ.
On the computer it says I TQ'd.
Oh, poor Todd. So, what do you think your biggest win you ever had was?
My biggest win, RC racing?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I don't know. I beat Phil Cooper once at Bumps and Jumps in EDM, and as far as I'm concerned, Phil Cooper is the best RC race car driver anywhere. So that was pretty
Not
cool.
Brandon?
I haven't seen him race, so I don't know.
No.
Brandon has never won, besides novice.
Rookie,
Probably-
novice. Was
Probably the
novice.
tour races were my the biggest wins I had, because like I said, you were racing against 30, 40 people in a class, so just to get to the A main was a feat. And one of my probably favorite races ever was when I finished second at the February Freeze to Brian Zimmer, and we were nose to tail almost the whole race. That was a good time. Another good race too is, I guess, Radio Hill. I won up at Radio Hill, a big race. I won a big belt, big wrestling belt. Jason Burns and me and him, we were late model, 17.5 late model. Radio Hill's a really small track, probably about the site, maybe about the factory, maybe a little bigger. And we went up there for a big race. I forget what the heck the race was called, but they were giving these big wrestling belts, so they were pretty badass. And I set track record there that day for qualifying, and then I beat Jason Burns, who's probably one of the best racers in the country. Very, very good racer. And we were nose to tail, never touched each other the whole time, through lap traffic, because there was 8 cars on the track, and it was tight. We were running 17.5 foam tire cars, and we were getting around there pretty quick. So that was pretty exciting to win that. That was a lot of fun. I know you don't think about it that much, so somebody asked me that.
So, you've been around a long time in RC racing. I'm not calling you old or anything.
I'm old.
I'm not calling you young or old. But
I'm old.
besides the tracks that we're going together, what do you think is the... How do I want to word this? What hurts the most in RC racing besides the tracks not working together? Like, what kills the sport of it? Do you think?
Cost. Cost to an extent. Obviously, anything involving racing costs a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of why I'm on a little bit of a proponent of the tire deal, because it does get expensive tire wise. Other than that, you know, the big, like you said, the working together thing, that would be a major plus. I think having everyone on similar rules would be a great idea. Similar classes, same classes. Not saying it'd be on the same tires, but I should be able to take that car or that car and go to any track in my area.
I think mod's cheaper than a spec.
And maybe change a gear
Other stuff.
and a set of tires and go racing. But it would be nice to know if you're going to say to factory, hey, this is the tire we're running here. This is the tire we're running here. So now I know I'm taking ellipse to the factory because that's the tire they run in their cars. That's the only tire allowed.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to Ultimate and they're running, I don't know, some AKA tire, boom, you take that tire. You know, yeah, it's still a little bit expensive because you have more tires again, but you know when you go to that track, you only need that tire.
That's the tire that's going to work on that track.
Yeah, and that is the biggest thing. If you have a tire that works in your track, then just make that the tire. This is the tire we're running here. That's it, because then it eliminates the tire of the month. It eliminates the sponsor guy having any kind of advantage of a tire you can't get. It eliminates the discontinued tires that are maybe 0.2 faster that no one can get anymore. So I mean, I don't know how we ever get to that. It's probably impossible because, like I said, that would involve working somewhat together. I mean, we used to, years ago, we would have a meeting in the beginning of the year, all the PA tracks, and we'd all sit down and you know, hash things out. Did we all agree with everything? No, but we all, and at the end of the day, we ended up somewhat on the same page, and it all worked out.
I think that would be great to have.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Let all the dirty air just come out at one shot and let everyone just put their opinion out. Because I think the biggest problem now with tracks not going together, it's, well, this guy said this. Well, this guy said that. He might not even said that.
Oh, yeah,
somebody else said this. Now
I said so many things and I haven't said a word.
Yeah, and it's just
I
like,
find out more from other people that I said that I didn't even.
yeah,
didn't even
you're
know,
like, well,
so.
I never even said that. Well, when this guy told me you said that, well, it's like, before we're having a blood feud,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all over literally nothing.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've you know, I've heard, oh, you're up in a truck because you're pissed at Ultimate. I'm not pissed at Ultimate. I send, anybody asks me where to go buy parts, and you can even see it on, we posted, I send them down there or to Fizzleland because I'm not opening a hobby shop. I don't want no headaches with that. I don't want no parts of that. So, I mean.
So if you're going to his track, bring parts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting into that. And if somebody wants to sell parts there, so be it. Have at it, you know. But you know, I don't want anybody to fail. Everybody, we need the hobby shops. We need all the tracks. If we could all work together a little bit better. And again, I'm not saying we all have to be in agreement with everything because no one's ever going to agree that.
And it's business, so you're not gonna. You're
right.
I don't
because
see the tracks around here ever working together. Some of there's, how can I put it in a nice way, not to be a dick?
Oh, you could never do that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and
You know how I'm trying to say it, but I
Yeah.
don't want to say it.
you can't. It is what it. You know, I mean, maybe one day it'll work, but it is what it is for right now.
Do you think a lot of it might be because they do have a shop and it's so hard to make money running a hobby shop now?
And that could be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it is kind of dog eat dog when it comes to like, I want to sell parts and Traxxas stuff and this and that and get those licenses, especially with Traxxas, because Traxxas is hard to get that.
Absolutely.
They don't make it easy.
No, and actually, my first track, we were the first track in Pennsylvania to run any Traxxas based class, even before the.
so it's your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault.
So,
Before Mud Boss, we had.
Traxxas was trash hit. Trash
Well,
shit.
what we did is
It was just trash.
So I built this
It
track.
was when that stuff came out, it was
Right.
a joke.
I built the track in Schuylkill County, which is where I was originally from, and there has been a track there since probably '97, Cressona Mall Speedway. So all these people wanted to race, and then I was like, well, how do I tell someone they got to spend $1,000 to go race an RC car? So I was on the internet one day, and I'm like, man, these guys out in the Midwest, they're running slashes with Midwest modified bodies. I'm like, that's pretty freaking cool. So like, I'm gonna try that. So we ran slashes with Midwest modified bodies on. And that's how it started. Then a couple years later, Salvas added the EDM bodies, and it took off like crazy. It just got out of hand. I mean, my plan was, and it worked for a while. We just ran the stock, how they came with the Midwest modified bodies on, to get people back in the hobby, see if they want to stick with it, and move on to something else. And it worked. We had a lot of guys that got back into it and moved on.
That's what it's supposed to be. It's a gateway drug.
Yeah.
Right.
So you were just basically letting people spend $200 on a truck. Well, back then probably
Yeah.
not
$199.
that much,
You can go for $250 to get the body and the car, and obviously you had to get batteries and shit.
It was about $500 to start from scratch.
Right.
When you go buy the car and
you
get
could
the body
go race and have a good
transponder.
time.
Yeah.
And that
Blood
was
Boss Racing has gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
and now
But, you know,
now it's,
well, if you're just starting into it, you can go do it for $500. It's just when you've been in it for a while and you move up from novice, it's just what happens. You're going to spend more money.
now you got
on
we
stupid stuff.
got different tires, we got motor builders. It's just basically it ain't no different than what we're doing here.
Yeah.
You know.
But then again, I mean, you know, we're talking like $1,000 to get into one of these.
Absolutely.
$1,200 figure bare bones.
To buy brand new, yes.
Yeah, to go
absolutely.
bare bones. But you know, there's my old RC10. When you bought that in the
Oh,
box, you know, you get started back then. That was $500 right there.
Yeah.
So $500 in 1985, that's $1,500 now.
Right, and
So really,
I think
it's more cost effective.
right
now.
because the stuff is made 100 times better.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got into it originally, I had an RC10, and then the big car back then, Custom Works had just started, but the car that I have around here was the R&D Terminator, which was originally Rob and Dennis Cutman. Rob, who now is head of Custom Works, they had the R&D Terminator, which is a conversion kit for an associated car, which uses this kick-up that's on these cars right here, right now. So nothing's really new technology.
Yeah.
It's just been modified and
Tweaked.
revamped and tweaked, and we got more adjustments on these freaking cars now. I mean,
So-
you should be able to make anything freaking go
That's
left.
funny. Like when you showed me what the dough on Saturday with that adjuster, I didn't even know that was there.
And your car, and you went out, and how much better was the car?
Oh, so I looked. He's like, turn this. I'm like, what does that do? Like, you unscrew these bolts. You did turn this. I didn't see that. Did not know that existed.
Well, with these cars, you'll never stop learning. There's just a constant.
I gave him a little
Because
less
once
right
you
toe.
once you think you're done learning, someone
yeah.
shows you something new.
Yeah.
And
as
they
soon
go,
as
they
you
go
think-
2/10 faster.
and as
You
soon
go,
as you
how
think
did
you're
they
done
do
learning,
that?
you become stagnant and you
Yeah.
become slow. Yes.
And I'm going to be honest with you, you don't really learn these cars till you build one from the ground up.
Yeah, and this rubber tire stuff is definitely different for me. Foam tire cars, I had them figured out, and I'm starting to see that some of the stuff with them cars works on these, but not everything. It's a little bit, at least for my feel, it's a little different. I mean, I love late model RC racing. I love full size late model racing. So late model is where I spend a lot of my time with. Most of my other cars will end up lacking because of that, but that's just what I enjoy racing.
I really like that.
Yeah, they are nice looking cars.
That's a new Stipple Desperado body on the late model, and that's a new Stipple wings on the sprint car with the GFRP body.
I really want a late model.
Late models are awesome.
This is a first.
She's not on-
Dirty job, but somebody got to do it.
Yeah, right.
Cleaning up cat shit.
Cleaning up cat.
I know, I had fun running late model all winter at the
Cat
factory.
poop. Sorry.
Yeah,
Murphy.
I'm anxious to
Jesus
get
Christ,
back
there's
there
one.
now and run after your series race. I went there with something a little bit different, and I really liked it.
Oh, yeah, let's see Preston.
Upgraded my radio program, made a big difference. That's probably one of the biggest things you can do in this stuff is getting a decent radio.
You went to Fly Sky, right?
Yes. And to me, it works just as good as a Sanwa. I was a big
Thank
Sanwa
you for
guy.
that smell.
When I got back into it, I just couldn't afford a Sanwa radio right now. It's like, $600 for a really good one. So I ended up with a cheaper Futaba, and they're okay, but I just never felt connected to the car like I do now again with this radio.
Kyle, you ran
and
my
again,
Sandwall out at the factory.
and it's all preference. I mean, there's people that swear by Futaba. To me, I just feel better with the Fly Sky.
See, I feel good with my Spectrum. I just
Yeah,
I like
there's
your
some people like that too.
You know,
I've never had
when
any luck with those.
drove your car the other night with that Sanwa, I didn't really notice a difference after a while.
I see.
I mean, when I first get in it, it's like, wow, this is really smooth and fast.
My
But
problem with
after I
some of
started
them.
driving, I didn't notice any difference.
My problem, like this, I think it was the same. Well, they're just heavy. They're just for me.
Yeah, I thought the Futaba was heavier than the Sandlot.
See, for me, that just the Spectrum's so light to me, and I'm almost like this just because I'm holding a 10-pound weight.
I've noticed
The heavy guy wants the lighter controller.
Yeah, figure that out, huh? I've noticed with the more expensive controllers, the heavier they are.
Well, it's because there's all kinds of programming and stuff in them.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah,
made
look
a
at the
little
size
bit better
difference.
material
That
too.
Yeah.
You know, a little better material. I
They're
just
gonna
think
hold up and
the
stand up
steering
for
and
another
stuff,
5 years.
it feels like you're more connected to the car.
You
and
smash it
that's
off the railing a few more times.
Well, I've seen somebody throw a stock traction
Yeah.
controller and keep going, so we're good.
key.
Oh man. So we got like 9 minutes left.
Yeah, I know. You went-
Preston, what you gotta talk about? You got a race coming up.
For 3 weeks,
You
4
ready?
weeks.
Be my first race, probably.
We're ready.
Wait, your first race?
Well, since
Yeah, he's never raced before.
Is this the
he
last
he
one?
just bought this stuff and he never
Jeez.
raced before.
Yeah, we're ready.
yeah, that was a dumb comment.
Just need to get the track ready so we can get some laps on it.
I think truck will be ready this weekend.
Did you see the picture?
No.
It looks almost ready now.
There's a picture on Facebook of the track, so
Oh.
it looks good.
Yeah,
I heard the dirt looks really nice.
it's on
It's
already.
new dirt. Race dirt,
That's,
too.
that's not the actual. That's not the dirt.
If you look at the picture, it looks like the dirt.
It looked pretty good the other night, didn't it? It looked like it was
What's the date?
sifted through.
May 18th,
May 18th, yeah.
practice on the.
You talk about Friday night.
It will be
Yeah.
practice on the Friday night before.
Yeah, they definitely had gotten a lot of the rocks out that were in there, and they're
You're
pretty
really-
sure they went around
You're
again.
Yeah.
going to be
Fluff.
picking rocks
Yeah.
all year. It is what it is.
If they can get it
Well,
as
they're
smooth,
they're messing with the base right now. They
Yeah.
were working the rocks out.
If
Just
they
that's
get
what,
that
that's what
track-
we've been
Hold on.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we've been doing.
I'm gonna say this. Maybe I'm biased opinion. Thesland is a smoother track in the area.
yes.
He ran last year with a broken bell crank. I didn't know it.
Yeah. Till I got the ultimate. And I went into the turn. I'm like, why won't this turn?
It's
Bell cranks broke.
that was
But ran all Friday night, and I think what? That was a top 3 car that night.
yeah.
Whatever
Yeah,
they
no
that
idea.
little thing they got that does the track.
Yeah.
Works great, and then
And you know what I found
They're
out?
just running.
I'm not good on smooth tracks.
No?
No. If there's a bump in the track, I'm good at them.
Oh,
I'm
no.
smooth. I can't drive them.
Friday night, I think I ran 300-400 laps on the little oval to get it ready because it was wet,
and everything.
and I almost fell down when I stepped off the golf cart.
I hate it. I do that all the time.
Because you're staring down and looking at that track, and you get off that golf cart. And then it's
Were
a
you
small
dizzy?
little. Very dizzy.
Have you done it while you're driving? Because I've got that. I was driving that golf cart. I got dizzy.
So what do they race there on Tuesdays and Fridays? Do they run a regular program or what's the
There'll
deal
be
there?
13.5 sprints there. I mean, there
And mods.
weren't many last week,
Yeah.
but hopefully, you're coming out with your 13.5.
Coming out of the closet?
Kermit,
Congratulations.
Sean,
Yep. You're welcome.
I just finished Alex Moyer's car tonight before I
and
came here.
a 13.5 sprint
Oh, they
car.
got a
Brian Stout, Corey, AJ when he brings his out.
When you build me one,
and me.
They bought it. I
And
just
me.
finished it.
I just want you to build me one.
They
bought
I didn't
Jake
say
Hartley
anything
one.
about buy it.
They bought Jake Hartlob's old car. 24
You know,
Assault.
I do better if somebody else owns the car.
I'll tell you what. Will did good yesterday in my 13.5.
The funniest thing is, Preston Sender. He's got the fastest car. He's got the fastest car. It was like, I need more power. I need more.
That's Will's biggest
No, you-
problem. I tell him that all the time. I said, Will, if you slow down, you're going to go a whole hell of a lot
He was the
faster.
fastest 13.5 sprint there, and he's like, I need more power. I'm like, Will, that's all this car has. It is maxed
It's not
out.
in mine, Will.
Yeah. I'm like, this car is maxed out.
So, did you like my comment to AJ yesterday? So, I bought AJ Zeltner's old car. He had a customer Z04 and then
Okay.
a GF4P. So, I outqualified him by
jeez.
one. I said, "You want to buy a car back? I outqualified yours."
Yeah, that's all Will. I need more power. You ain't getting no more with this 13.5. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We did have fun though.
Yeah.
Usually, when the bloodline guys and underdogs go out, it's
I
usually a
think
good
if we
time.
slow Will down a little bit and not tell him what motor's in the car, he'd be a lot better off.
Yeah. Because
He-
he always
he's-
says, I need more.
Yeah.
You don't need more.
No, you don't.
Just tell them you put a 12.
I ran,
You know, this guy says the same thing.
yeah, I ran a
Slower
13.5
is faster.
car in mod yesterday.
Yo, don't talk about
He
don't talk
rolled
bad
his
about
eyes
Will.
at
He
you
just
there.
commented.
But I ran a 13.5
Well,
sprint.
That car had an ultimate, when practice day, you guys were there. It was running with the late models all day long. It only has a 17.5 in it.
Well, like I said, yesterday I had a 13.5 with 20-degree timing, no boost, and my controller turned down.
Yep.
And me and Dylan were the two fastest cars there.
I need more power. On my way to Delaware on Wednesday, racing a new track called Rip Current.
Yeah, it's down almost
Who's
in
that,
Maryland.
Will?
Yeah.
He needs more power.
More power.
Will, if you think you need an 8.0, put a 13.5 in. You'll be good.
He's like that IndyCar driver, Will Power.
Yeah, yeah.
All I know, Brandon has a car that he needs to turn down too, and that car would be pretty good.
I heard that. I haven't seen him race, but I heard.
It does.
He hit every freaking wall on every
I heard.
car on that track that night.
I needed the pace car. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it.
I was waiting to see the car up into my lap, up in the freaking announcer stand.
No, this is an RC car related, but this reminded me of Brandon here. We were at Granby one Saturday, and we were.
And you got stabbed?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. We're
Your
sitting.
smart ass comments.
We were sitting there watching two different races. I forget, like High Limit and something else. And the guy commented, "Yeah, he got wrecked so far he went from that TV to that TV." Oh, dude, it was great. Smoking tires never killed anyone.
Will?
Of course.
Yeah.
Need more power. Was wall still standing? It's like Brandon's
No,
mom.
Will missed the wall yesterday. He cleared it.
He cleared.
I didn't even know there was a race there yesterday.
It was. They had what, 70 entries?
73.
Yeah, it seemed like good. I read it this morning. When you guys were sleeping, I was at work. So
You could pass the deal. It was like $35 to run as many classes as we want. So
Yeah.
I ran
That's
4, you ran 3.
Will ran 3 because he was only going to run 2, and I said, here, run my 13.5.
I was only going to run 3, then I ran the mini. I think AJ ran
3.
3.
Todd ran 3.
guys are glad for punishment.
Yeah.
Well, our late model is just me, Todd, and AJ, so we just had we
Yeah.
went out there and had
That wasn't
Believe me,
my
we had fun at it.
that wasn't my fault.
we had a lot of fun in that sprint late model. I mean, because we were just trying to take each other out.
Yeah, because it looks like a tight track for late model. I'm sure it was a handful.
Oh, just because he's not on. Will did beat Todd yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Todd didn't qualify.
Todd didn't make the A main in 410.
No.
He hit the wall.
Hard.
Yeah, and got stuck.
Was he all right?
Yeah.
Nah.
No concussion.
No, we don't know. He's still in the hospital.
All I know, by
I
the
gotta
time,
hurt that head.
by the time I loaded all the RC car
That's a big
stuff
head.
up,
Yeah, I
he
gotta hurt
ran,
that head. It might hurt his vision. Maybe broke his glasses. But
and then had
he'd be
Todd
all
in it.
right.
My truck was overweight when Todd got in my truck.
Poor Todd. That's not nice.
Yo, did you stop on rudders on the way back?
Yes, we did.
So was I behind you?
I don't know.
I think so.
Rudders is the best.
Because you didn't make the first exit. You went straight down whatever that road is. I think it was behind you.
Yeah, we went in the rudders.
Yeah, I figured. Because I was like, I pulled out.
I needed food, man.
I had pizza. He's like, here's free pizza. I'm like, I don't want it.
Funnel cake fries from Rudders, man.
They were
Yeah,
good.
we won't have food at our track, but there is a corner store. It's Mennonite or Amish, and they make fresh sandwiches made to order. It's all good stuff.
Come
And
hungry when you come to Pheasantland.
And and like I said, on the way home down 183, if you're going south, about 5 minutes from the track, it's called the Southside Grill and Bar. It has
Is that where the
excellent.
truck cap place used to be?
yes, excellent food.
Right before right after or
Right
before the
across from the
police.
fire company.
Yeah, right
Yep.
before the
Yeah.
police barracks or after.
So
which
we
way
have
you
plenty
go.
of good places to eat because that's the best part of racing. Is going to eat
I
and talk
agree.
shit about each other.
Well, I qualified for the suck it. Where'd he finish?
6th or 7th.
He would have probably been the top 3 if he wouldn't have been out over.
All I know is I was down low, and all of a sudden I see a car that's just going like this.
I just looked to my left. I'm like, here comes Will. Hi, Will. Well, it's not.
Yeah, we gotta finish this up here.
9 o'clock. Holy
It
cow!
is 9
Yeah.
o'clock.
Wow.
So who do
Where
you
are
want?
y'all racing this weekend?
Who do you want to thank? Your sponsors. Besides,
I only don't really have a whole lot of sponsors. I have a lot of names on my car for people that help me. I don't consider them sponsors or friends. I pay, whatever for everything. And so, I mean, I like Z-Main Tire Prep and their 3D stuff. I have their front wing mounts on. Their wing mount, wing supports on the sprint car and elite model body supports that they just came out with. Simple bodies, I just like their bodies, really good bodies. They're durable. Obviously, GFRP, quasi-speed tires, cars, race-ready products. Jason Miller. Jason Miller's family owns a limited late model. We used to pit aside of each other down in Hagerstown. So that's how we help each other out there. He's a really good guy. 7-2 Designs, Tom Parker. He makes badass wraps. And
Route 183.
And then Route 183 Raceway.
You sponsored yourself.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest sponsor.
So, we're racing at this week, boys. We already know he's not racing until his race.
I'm spreading dirt.
Yeah, he's spreading
Why don't we
something.
start with me?
Because we're going that far in.
Pheasantland and hopefully Ultimate on Sunday.
I might make Ultimate Sunday. We'll see how Saturday goes. I won't commit though.
I'm at the rink
Tiger at.
Tuesday and Friday because I got to be you Friday.
You can't
What
be
about
me.
the weekend?
I am going down to
Better
Philly
start
to the
eating.
Monster Energy Supercross race on Saturday.
Oh,
Is that this weekend?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Did you get us tickets?
My wife got me tickets.
Nice.
Damn.
Of course she did. She has the money.
You going with her?
Yeah, me and her going down.
Nice.
I feel bad for her.
I do.
We got the pit pass stuff and all
I
that.
don't know Well, have a good time. Enjoy.
Don't suck.
Don't suck.
I'm just gonna watch.
Oh.
We got our spot. Our seats are right where they're coming into the first turn after from the start. So that'll be a good spot.
That'll
to
be good.
How about you there, Brando?
I will probably most likely be Pheasantland on Friday only this week.
So I won't
Oh,
see
well,
you.
that's a
I
surprise.
won't see you at all.
Yeah.
I will be at
Come
Pheasantland on Tuesday. Going to be diving on
When's Ultimate start? Running
Friday.
Thursdays?
I don't know.
I'm not.
Yeah.
think
2
May.
weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think May.
Saturday, I don't know what I'm doing. And then Sunday, I'm hanging out with Will. One's over.
That's
I'm
this
gonna
weekend.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be watching
Jeez.
the Lucas Oil late models Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at home.
Beer in Lot 10, Dover, Delaware Street. Pheasantland, Big Trek, LOL. Maybe.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe Saturday.
It'd be Sunday probably because they'd probably be still working on it Saturday. I get a timing loop and the walls up.
I could run around while they're doing that. All right, we got to thank our sponsors. Aaron,
Race Ready Products.
Brandon,
Papa Willie's.
Aaron,
KHD Speed Labs.
Brandon.
Rip Motorsports.
Last one.
J Body RC.
Perfect. All right, people. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
No
See you
problem.
guys at the races.
So check out
Yeah, thank
183.
you.
We'll probably be there eventually.
Hope so.
Sometime we'll be up.
Yeah.
He'll have to let us know when he is open.
So
Like I
October.
said, we're shooting for Memorial Day weekend right now.
So we're shooting for October.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not that.
We did a Pheasantland small track turn in October. Remember that?
Yes, we
The
did.
very original.
yeah,
for
that
your
was-
race.
Yeah.
All right.